Yo, what up, my dudes? Today, we're going to go over the active fire mods, the settings that is in the Cronus Zen. There are two different settings that we're going to go over. I'm going to let you know where to find them within the Zen device itself, and what weapons that you should be using this with, and what weapons that it does not work with. So, let's get right into it. The two different mods that we're looking at are the adjustable rapid fire and the dynamic rapid fire. I found absolutely no difference between these two. So the first one, the adjustable rapid fire, this is where you would find it. Now, after you click on that, you're going to have something happen as well. Right there, just zooming in so you can see what it looks like. That's what we're working with right here. And then the fire rate at the bottom determines how much you would fire before it goes through and resets itself just a little bit. So with a hand cannon, you'll fire 5 bullets, and then you'll have a slight pause. Now, let's get right into what it looks like to use this. The weapons that you can use effectively with this. Pulse rifles, sidearms primarily. This is a pulse rifle when you're just pulling down one at a time, which is how you would normally use it. Now, when you activate the mod for adjustable rapid fire, it turns it into full auto. So that's a really cool additional perk to have. All you have to do is hold down on the trigger, and it will read to full auto, which is pretty cool. So, I didn't have any anti-recoil or anything like that. I couldn't tell a difference between the adjustable rapid fire and the variable. I know that one of them, the variable, you're supposed to pull down slightly, and it changes the setting, depending on pressure of trigger pull. That did nothing for me. It was full auto or it was not full auto. So I'm not sure what I missed out on with that, but yeah. Anyway, that's a high rate of fire for pulse. Now the sidearm, check it out. One pull at a time, but once you turn on the Zen, you get full auto. That is a incredibly useful perk for Destiny, because if you do have an elite controller with a button on the bottom that can make you crouch, you can still just hold the trigger down while doing crouch spamming with a sidearm. Very effective in 1v1s, and same thing works with the pulse, but it's a little bit different obviously because it's a pulse. So, moving on. I tested out the auto rifles. I tested all of them. This is the one that I came back to just to show you in the video. This is a 600 round per minute auto rifle. That's what it normally fires like. When you turn on the Zen, here's what it turns into. So, the other setting down below, it turns it into a burst fire, which would be like a pulse rifle, but you'd be using it for an auto. I didn't feel like that was effective and really even worth mentioning. I tried the dynamic, you pull the trigger a certain way, but it didn't change anything. It just kept doing the same exact little titter-tatter that you're seeing right there. Tried it out with SMGs as well, so if you take a look at the SMG, that is a normal fire rate for SMG right there. That is your SMG acting as, it's supposed to act, basically. Now, when you turn on the Zen, it does the same exact thing that the auto rifles do. And it doesn't matter the rate of fire. If you have a high rate of fire, low rate of fire, for auto or for SMG, it is going to perform it in the same exact way that you're looking at right here. It just kind of puts a lot of gap and a lot of time in between these shots. So from testing, it does not appear to work. It doesn't appear to be useful. How about that? It's working, it's just not useful when you use it with an SMG or when you use it with an auto rifle. Now, there's a few other things that I wanted to test so that you guys can see it as well. I went through fusion rifles and I went through hand cannons when I was testing. The hand cannons do work because it turns them into full auto. That's a good and a bad in my opinion. But full auto hand cannon could be useful if someone is not moving around. But hand cannons, your shots need to be placed. So having a full auto spam trigger, I don't know that that works effectively. Even if you take out recoil, it doesn't seem to help much. You need to place your shots. But it's pretty cool that it does work with it, so you have an option if you're one of those players that would like a full auto hand cannon. You do not have an option with a fusion rifle. So that's how fusions are supposed to work. And now this is what happens with me holding the trigger. Just kind of stalls itself out. So it doesn't matter if you hip fire. It does not matter if you ADS. It all just kind of comes back to this stalling effect because the rapid fire is not working. So hopefully this gives you an idea of what this would do for if you used it for certain weapon types. And let's review really quick the ones that I would recommend that you use. It does work really well. Pulse rifles, sidearms, snipers, rocket launchers are not affected, and hand cannons, you could try it out with that one if you want to give it a shot. Might help you out a little bit. The things that it absolutely does not work with The auto rifles, heavy machine guns, fusion rifles, linear, and SMGs, nothing will help you with this particular mod, with those weapons. Don't recommend it. All right, guys, that is the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you got something out of it. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and let me know what else you would like to see. I do appreciate your time. Thank you for stopping by. Cheers.